Yo, what's up, guys? And today we're going to be talking about the history of the Minecraft server nation that I'm in, Mudrock. Some quick little facts about Mudrock real quick before we get into the actual history of from the very beginning to now is that Mudrock is a dwarven nation, meaning canonically and lore-wise it is full of dwarves, but we accept anyone no matter what your canonical race is. Another fact is we were recently bought out by Failheim, but I wanted to make this video before we were bought out by Failheim, so technically Mudrock isn't a thing right now on the most recent maps, but we're going to pretend like it is still a thing on the main maps. Lastly, a little fact about me: I am the mayor of Drax, or the brand new mayor of Drax, which is our most populated town, and I joined like 3 months ago, so I still consider myself fairly new, and I don't know much about the history. So I interviewed Thebo, one of the creators of the original Mudroktupeai. I interviewed him about the history of everything, and all of the information I'm going to be talking about in this video is from him. So yeah. So it all started back when Thebo created Mudroktupeai along with some of his real life friends. He was not the king though. He was second in command, but still was in charge of most things diplomatically and was still the one talking to most people. Mudroktupeai was a peaceful nation. Thebo specifically tried to solve everything diplomatically, and he was very successful with it. For example, back when Frostmire was a starting nation next to Mudroktupeai, it kept growing and growing to the point where they wanted some of Mudroktupeai's land, our land. But the king did not want to give Frostmire this land, so Thebo talked with the leaders of Frostmire and made it to where the king actually did say yes and actually did sell the land to Frostmire. And because of this, there was quite a long period of peace in Mudroktupeai. But then because Thebo sold the land, Arxilla, or Pharaoh, was calling Thebo a stupid person and bad at diplomacy. And because he said this in the official Alliance Discord channel, he took it as canon, he took it as lore, and started a war with Arxilla. Thebo managed to get Plagatia, the UBSR, and Fjellheim to join the fight. Frostmire did join later, but though those people rallying up got Arxilla kicked out of the Red Eagle Alliance. But then Arxilla started giving lands to the UBSR and Plagatia so then they could back out, leaving it to just Mudroktupeai, Frostmire, and Fjellheim to fight in the war. Then Arxilla went to Asharia and said, "We will become Soliana if you protect us from them," which ended the war. But because Pharaoh had basically lost all of his stuff, he quit. And during those fights, though, Thebo and Crafton were realizing how bad of a king the king was. So they got Kells and Mr. Fister involved in their plans to make the king feel like he had no allies. So Fjellheim and the UBSR were now not hostile, but also not friends with the king, and everything went through Thebo. So basically, the king had no power and knew nothing. All that led to the king leaving because he said it wasn't fun anymore. But before he left, he made his lands protected by Plagatia, making us a Plagatia protectorate. Then Nero sold the land to Asharia so then he could win his own war, that of which Thebo did not like.
But then Nero basically sold us to win his own war, which was a bitch-ass move. I still hate Nero for that, and if he ever comes back to Plagatia, I'll freaking attack Plagatia. I don't mind if I have like half half a city or whatever, I will just kill the shit of Nero. But yeah, move of Nero there. And he sold us to Escaria.
But Thebo managed to tell Kells, and Kells bought Mudroktupeai, giving most of the ground claims to Thebo. But because of this, and after the buy, it was just Crafton and Thebo alone in Mudroktupeai for about 1 to 2 months. But they both decided to become a province of Frostmire, renaming the province to Spire. And after the province was getting promised to multiple other people, Thebo took all the items left in Mudroktupeai and sailed off to make a new nation of Nidavellir. Nidavellir lasted about 2 to 3 months, and Nidavellir was a part of the OBDC and later became independent. It was an underwater nation, but Thebo missed Mudroktupeai, and when the Frosterium happened and got big, Kel started rubbing it in, saying, "You should have stayed. You could have become a really powerful diplomat." But then the Frosterium broke, and Thebo was like, "Haha, who's laughing now? He." But the land was now being sold to a lot of people, and Thebo was confused as to why he wasn't asked to get some of his old land. So, because he was so rich at the time, he bought the old land he had from whoever bought it. This is also the time the name changed from Mudroktupeai to Mudrock, which is way easier to say. All the land claims were still there, like Drax and Jormungandrel. The only important one that was not claimed was Dixie, but the people who were there recently haven't done anything with it. So, we took it back. After Thebo got Jormungandrel back, he noticed a little town to the side of him that was part of Fjellheim called Midgleri, owned by Nolmation, the one who invited me into the nation. But when Fjellheim had problems and was taken over by Frostmire, Thebo advised Nol to not be a part of Frostmire and to be a part of Mudrock, and Nol joined us, making the nation bigger. Thebo also started claiming and reclaiming lands like Jormungandrel and Sablegard, which is now Sandsnon, and some land a little to the south. This brings us to now, where we are going to be going to war with Sarlatova soon, and we are making big progress in building our nation, inviting new people, growing, and with the recent Fjellheim integration, we are now part of something more powerful. So, yeah. But that is it. That wraps up all history. A quick little side note for my channel purposes, if you're just here watching this video because it's a Stoneworks related video, you could click off now. But if you're from my channel, we're going to be making more of these type of videos, but since I am a librarian in the server, I am going to be making videos where I read off a book that I have, and am going to be doing like some little things like I have in this video. But yeah, videos will be going back to weekly, or I mean, I'm trying to do them weekly, but I'm not the best at uploading. And streams will be coming back. This little part I had to re-record because I recorded all this voiceover stuff a week ago. So actually we are going to be streaming again next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. So yeah, look forward to that. So to anyone who was missing our ancestor streams, they're coming back, I promise. But yeah, that's all. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you aren't new, turn those post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload one of these new Stoneworks videos. And yeah, see ya.